The flowing piano style is something that a lot of pianists want to be able to do. It's that style where it's what we call arpeggiating chords, and you can play on the piano without really stopping. It has an effect of being quite calming, quite peaceful, and kind of a reassuring style of playing the piano. And I call it flowing. But how do we flow on the piano? The whole idea is that you don't stop. And it can be really difficult constantly playing notes to never miss the one beat and never stop and never lose your timing or run out of notes to play. So I'm going to give you a few tips today of how to start playing in this style without tripping over your fingers and without losing the beat. Our first tip is we want to start with a simple chord and familiarize ourselves with the notes we're going to play. So if we take a simple C major chord, this is what we call a triad because it has 3 notes in it, 1, 2, 3. Now, when we're playing, usually, more often we're playing songs to a beat that is divisible by 2. So a 2 count or 4 count, sometimes we have a 3, 4, or a 6, 8 time signature where we can feasibly play 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But when we're playing in a time signature that has 4 beats to the bar or 2 beats, 1 and 2 and we've only got 3 notes, that's when we run into trouble. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. We end up having to pause on a note because we've got extra beats and not enough notes to play in them. So what we want to do is add a 4th beat so that we've got enough notes to make up the 4 count of the bar. So what you can do is either play an octave, 1, 3, chord tones 1, 3, 5, and 8, and that gives us 4 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, to be able to play over a 4/4 bar. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Or if we speed that up, we're going to do that in a second. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's your first option, is to add an octave. The other option is to repeat the middle notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can do that with the left hand. We can also do that with the right hand. Or the octave idea as well. Now, by having 4 notes to put in our 4 beats to a bar, it makes it easier for us to match up within each measure and therefore never miss the 1 count. So once you have your pattern that's going to fit within the bar, you can keep doing that pattern 2 time to the beat, whether you practice with the metronome, without missing that all-important 1 beat when you hit usually the bottom note. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we don't get that bottom note on the 1, it starts to sound a little bit out of whack. Here's an example. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So when it doesn't match up, we start to lose our sense of timing, and we really want to make sure that this flowing style isn't distracting but actually makes us feel nice and secure and like things are the way they should be. So having 4 notes to play to match up in the 4/4 bar, or counting the 4 beat, or a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, is that first step. You can then do what we call accelerate the speed, but accelerating our feeling of the song. by doing that, we're halving the note values and adding double the notes. We're not actually speeding up the tempo of the song, just the song feels faster because we've got quicker notes. So that would mean we're playing on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And you can do that in both hands as well. Okay, here's my third tip. If you want to play in both hands a nice flowing style, my best tip is to take the chord and explode out the notes into both hands. So I might do the root note and the fifth in the left hand, and the third and the octave in the right hand. Then I've got 4 notes to continue in this style. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Or you can do 4 in the left hand, 4 in the right hand. Whichever pattern you come up with, just make sure you've got 4 notes to repeat or 8 notes to fit that 4/4 bar with whatever you're doing. That way you can take that pattern and apply it to different chords as well. Finally, I want to recommend that instead we want to make sure we've got a good technique so that we are not straining our hands playing this flowing style for a long time. You can start to put pressure on certain parts of the hand. So what we don't want to do is keep a flat palm and have our pinky stretched out at any point. That's putting a lot of stress on our pinky. What we want to do is a rotating style. So if you clench your fist and rotate your forearm like this, so we're rotating from here, not from here. Take that same idea and apply it to playing the octave with either hand. So that way we're sort of relaxing our hand as we're playing through that octave rather than tensing our pinky out. And that way we are not having to strain our wrist either side as well. Instead we are rotating our forearm. So that's the technique for playing the flowing style. So those are some tips for how you can go about playing the flowing style on the piano with proper technique in your wrists so that you don't get tired and strain your fingers or wrists, and also so how you can match up the notes of a chord in either one hand or both hands so that they fit within the time signature that you're playing. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want more information on playing more in this flowing style, including how to go up and down the keyboard using the crossover hand technique, how to play using 4-note chords, and how to change chords without missing a beat and keeping that flowing style going, then you'll want to come to my coaching inside the Creative Pianist membership on my site pianopicnic.com. I hope I'll see you over there so you can learn more about this awesome piano style. That's all from me. My name's Ruth Power from Piano Picnic. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you come over to my site if you want more information and resources on playing the piano. For now, remember to play it like you mean it, and I'll see you later.